So a first Crucible semi-final for Kyron Wilson, but John Higgins showing no sign of fatigue from last night's win over Judd Trump. 1-0 Higgins. In a frame two, at a break of 65, Higgins made it 2-0. Kyron Wilson really struggling to find any rhythm in this match. Kyron does pot a ball in frame three, but unfortunately another miss allows Higgins to get in. And John really piling on the pressure on the young man. Kyron just feeling the pace ever so slightly out there, and I think the Crucible crowd felt for him, manages to get a frame thanks to a break of 35. And here they come. Listen to that round of applause. Here we go. Back to the commentary box we go. Alan McManus and John Higgins.
Thank you, Jason. Tales of footballers on snooker tables. Yeah, Gary Lineker used to play with Willie Thorne. We all mate Willie, the maximum man. Anyway, hopefully now Kyron Wilson has settled down into the match. 4 more frames to be played this session.
Frame 5. John Higgins to break.
Just run a little bit too far to get the yellow to cover a path to the reds. But no pot on, doesn't appear. Match time just over an hour and a half for those first 4 frames. Got a bit pedestrian the last 2. Good line. There's Danny Willett. Lovely to see Danny, who of course won the Masters at Augusta a few years ago. And I always remember him taking great delight putting the green jacket on Sergio Garcia the year after.
Yes, a local lad as well. Loves a snooker. Won that Masters 2 years ago. I'd say about a couple of weeks ago was his anniversary. When, yeah, brilliant back 9, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it really was. Took advantage of Jordan Spieth going in the water at the 12th. Needless to say, we like our golf, don't we? In the meantime, that was a poor safety shot from John Higgins. Now, it looked to be a pot on, but Kyron's eyeing up a plant to the left corner. And it's got to be made. It's not dead set. He's played it well and tried to develop the black.
1.
But couldn't quite get the cannon right. But at least the red's gone in. And when it does, you get to play the next shot.
But there's no doubt about it, he'll be feeling a lot better. Having gotten his first frame on the board. High break of only 35 in the first 4 frames by Kyron. See John with a 77, but he's also had 57, 65.
Well,
we won't be pleased with that. His pot success, Kyron Wilson moving up, but there's no way in the world he should have left John Higgins any chance of a pot here. That was loose.
Yeah, he's having a go at this, John. No, he's not. My mistake, sorry. I was going to push the boat out. Not sure if the black passes to right corner, but definitely playing the waiting game. John, be aware. He's aware of everything out there, but obviously aware that this is Kyron's first time at the semi-finals of the World Championship. 4 frames remaining of this session. Keep your man under pressure.
Yeah, he's knows that Kyron's not settled, but if that red went to the right corner, I'm very surprised he didn't play the pot. Well, the fact that Kyron's playing this, that black does go. Ooh, not quite. Not quite. And if that had gone in, it'd have made John Higgins think a little bit. You know, don't go too much in your shell.
A little half chance here getting in behind the yellow, but it's not a natural half ball, so you're going to have to put a little juice on this cue ball to widen the angle. I thought better of it. Percentage shot in behind green. Congestion down this half of the table.
And it's only the red on the right hand side of the table that Kyron can hit. Now, normally you see a player just play the cue ball to the top cushion. That isn't an option with the red near the top cushion. So coming round off two cushions, I wouldn't think he's playing this with pace, just nestle in them, into the back of them. I was going to say played it well, and I was wondering if the bottom red would pop, but no, but I think he'll be behind the yellow next time.
Yeah, seeing the value there, John, and just hanging fire on that last shot. He's actually earned himself this chance. He's just caught the jaw, he's not got the in off.
Missed the chance though, and he'll be a little bit disappointed there. He didn't have Kyron in trouble. They're not billiard players though, are they?
No. Is Kyron going to gamble here? Pushing reds into the open. Let's see how thick he catches this. Played it very well. John Higgins actually has a shot to nothing. The only concern here in playing this, the natural round a couple of cushions, I think the cue ball will be going quite close to the blue.
Yeah, that's the red that Alan's referring to.
Wouldn't be surprised if he overcut this. Well, he got it thick and he's caught the blue.
The red he'll be looking at is the one that's closest to this right corner. There is one to the left corner, but it'd be hampered by the brown. Can he get into the cue ball enough and play a cannon from that red to the black? That's what he'd look at. That's the line he's looking at. He's on the black.
Yeah, another trademark crunch and long pot.
Yeah, just a glance over to John Higgins, apologetically. Or as our colleague Ken Doherty would have said, how do you like those apples?
It's the first
9.
real chance he's had in this match with what you would call a sort of genuine chance to win the frame. It's not a chance to win the frame, but the position, the kind of position that he's been scoring all tournament long. Against Mark Allen, he was outstanding, winning that middle session 7-1 and then wrapping it up with 2 frames from 11-5 in the final session.
16.
He scored very heavy.
Now he'd love to finish straight on the black here.
17.
Well, just a shake of the cue there. I don't know whether he thinks, but he looks absolutely perfect. Now, if he can pot this black and screw back and avoid the kiss on the red and play for the red just to the right of the black in the same pocket, which he could do, and now that clears the black for both corners. It was so important, particularly with the pink being in an awkward position. Blue not on its spot.
24.
Good chance now.
$25. 32.
Another 34 points from here, and he gets to the snooker's required stage. It doesn't look
33.
too big an ask on the face of it.
$40.
Well, I'm going to take this opportunity to play for the pink. He needs to be very precise here.
41.
And he was. And that pink going back on its spot will certainly help the situation. Now he's got 2 high-value colours to play for. Just waiting to see if the pink goes to the left corner.
Yeah.
Just asking the referee, and he's quite entitled to do it.
47.
Could you just respot the pink again? He just felt it was a bit tight. He's respotted it again, and now it clearly goes.
48.
You don't see that often, but as I say, the player's entitled to ask the referee.
Yes, absolutely. Just the very odd occasion a referee respots the ball, and the player might feel it's just one side of the cross, the white cross, the spot. But as we said before, we'd be feeling a lot better, Kyron Wilson, having a frame on the board. Only high break of 35. And if he can
54.
polish off this frame in one visit, he'll really feel like he's in the match. And we're thinking, right, okay, now I've settled in.
$55.
Well, he's going to have to play a little cannon here. They can go wrong. I'd rather have been the other side of the pink, in all honesty. He's nowhere near the yellow, but he's concerned about it. But got to adjust this cannon right. He hasn't really. It's awkward now. 62 points the lead, but still 75 remaining. He was only looking for another red in the
61.
colour. But that was all brought about because he didn't play position on the pink as good as he should.
Kyron Wilson, 61.
Yes, you called it, John. It wasn't that shot. It was a shot, a couple of shots previous. He should have been the other side of the pink. Not a great chance just as yet for John. If he can knock this first red in, you fancy at least getting back in the frame. It's a difficult little shot, this, when you come to the table, and John will have been in his dressing room the whole time. And he's probably gone the best part of half an hour without really playing a positive shot. These aren't easy, the best of times. Well played.
1.
Just okay. When you're having a bad day, he'd have nestled to the blue and been hampered for the brown, but he's okay. This cue ball needs to slow up. And it has. And just have a
5.
look. I'm not certain. I assume. Well, I know the black goes. Not certain about the red just above it. They're very close, so he could do with a nice angle on the black in potting it just to move that red into play.
6.
And that's not bad. I wouldn't say it's perfect. Everybody waits for the phone to be switched off. Well, you couldn't have played it better than that. That was a wonderful shot. And particularly when you're playing a soft stun like that, it's easy to decelerate.
13.
Miss it black.
Yes, that was a gorgeous shot. Now this actually this next
14.
pink is the key shot. I think it's nice and behind this next red, he can almost pick his spot for the high black that follows it. That'll do nicely. Nothing to do with the cue ball. Pretty much guaranteed a nice high black.
20.
Try and promote these two rogue reds. The way the reds are actually sitting is quite nice. If he gets the optimum angle on this next black, it's cushion first. Push the first red into open play. Chance of being on both of them.
21.
Now the question is, has he stunned through too far? What sort of an angle is this? I agreed with Alan that you'd like to go off the corner. Well, he can just do it. He can just do it. And he played it perfectly. He played it perfectly.
28.
This shot is massive. If he lands straightish on this next black, providing this red goes in. Oh, and he hasn't.
29.
He concentrated so hard on the pot that he just took a couple of % concentration off his cue ball. He topped it in rather than stunned it. Now, round the houses with a black. Or is he playing to hold it? Is he playing a soft screw into the face of the pink? Yes, he is. Oh, that is a beautiful shot.
Yes.
36.
Tremendous cue ball control there. This red, any colour, and the 6 remaining colours for a real steal. Kyron Wilson was just 2 pots away from winning this frame. And just run out of position, a vital time. as I say, any colour in the
37.
6 remaining colours. I'm just looking at John's body language. Well, he's not good on this blue, he's very straight, and you won't want to be pinching much in these middle pockets. You'll be screwing back for the yellow. But he's played it well. He needs to stop short the cushion or a little bounce. It's okay. Stop short the cushion.
42.
It's into a slightly blind pocket, which makes the pink missable, but this will hurt Kyron if John can clear up here.
$44.
Odds on he'll clear up now, Alan. This will be a body blow.
Yes, the first huge moment of this match, you feel. And he's absolutely
47
A1 on the brown.
Yeah, I always feel the key to any clearance is this shot from brown to blue. If he comes perfect on the blue, it's a formality.
51.
Not absolutely perfect on the blue. Having to come round off 2 cushions. But he's judged it well.
56.
Yeah, played it well, solid.
62.
And this is just what you expect from John Higgins. Points all level, this black. To steal the frame. Well played.
John Higgins, 69
well,
on the
there
frame.
you go. That sums up a frame of snooker, if you like. Kyron Wilson just played a loose positional shot on the pink. Misjudged the cannon. John Higgins gets in. It's 4-1.